Hi to all. In this video, I'm going to tell the concept of computer networks, the basics of computer networks, the chapter 2 in distributed operating system. So, a computer network is a communication system that links one or more systems or more than 100 systems. Like that, a computer network is a communication system that links n systems by communication lines and software protocols to exchange data between two processes running on different end system of the network. The main concept of the networking is to sharing information between any two nodes, more than one nodes, like that. The end system are often referred to as nodes, sites, host, computers, machines, and so on. The nodes that means the system may vary in a size and function. For example, if you connect a system, the systems may be a mobile phone, or a system may be the node may be a laptop, a node may be a server, or a system, a desktop one, like that. It may be varies in size and the functions. Size wise means a node may be a small microprocessor, a workstation, or a mini computer, or a large supercomputer. So for that you can connect any different type of nodes together by means of communication lines. Function wise, if you take function wise, a node may be a dedicated system such as a print server or a file server without any capability for interactive uses, a single user personal computers, or general purpose time sharing systems also. So a distributed system is basically a computer network whose nodes have their own local memory and also have other hardware and software resources. A distributed system therefore relies entirely on the underlying computer networks for communication of data and control information between the nodes of which they are composed. So the types of networks. The types of networks are LAN, WAN, unmanned. You are studied in UG itself. So the networks are broadly classified into two types, LAN and WAN, local area networks and wide area networks. The WAN also referred to as a long haul networks. The key characteristics that are often used to differentiate between the two types of networks are given here. How the LAN and WAN networks are differentiated are given in the following points. 6 points are given here, how the LAN and WAN are differentiated. The first one is the geographic distribution. LAN is a local area network and WAN is a wide area network. The name itself, the difference is known. The main difference between the two types of networks is the way in which they are geographically distributed. A LAN is restricted to a limited kilometers, limited space. For example, if you take a building for an organization, a small organization within a building or within a campus of the college, like that you can take formal LAN connections. But a WAN spans a greater distance and may extend over several thousand kilometers. For example, if you take the LAN, it may be within a few kilometers, but the WAN spans greater distance and may extend over several thousand kilometers. Therefore, LAN typically provide communication facilities within a building or a campus, where a WAN provide communication facilities between a nationwide or even a worldwide. So this is the key difference of the geographic distribution between the LAN and the WAN. By using the LAN network, you can connect within the systems within the few kilometers. That means, example, within a building, within a campus, like that. But if you take WAN network, you can connect a nationwide or worldwide, like that. The second difference between the LAN and the WAN is the data rate. Data transmission rates are usually much higher in LAN than in WAN, because the transmission rate in LAN usually range from 0.2 megabit per second to 1 gigabit per second. On the other hand, if you take the transmission rate in WAN usually range from 1200 bits per second to slightly over 1 megabits per second. The third difference between the LAN and WAN is the error rate. Local area networks generally experience a fewer data transmission errors compared to WAN. The error bit rates are in range 10 to the power minus 8 to 10 to the power minus 12, with LANs as opposed to 10 to the power minus 5 to 10 to the power minus 7 with the WANs. So compared to both the local area networks, that means the LAN generally experience a fewer data transmission errors. And then the fourth point is the communication link. The communication link used in LAN or twisted pair, coaxial cable and fiber optics. The communication lines, that means the communication links used in LAN or twisted pair, coaxial cable and fiber optics. But in the WAN network or physically distributed over a large geographic area, the communication links are used by default relatively slow and unreliable. The communication link used in WAN or telephone lines, microwave links and the satellite channels. So the communication link, the difference between the two LAN and WAN is one of the reason is the communication link also. In the LAN network, the communication link is a twisted pair, coaxial cable and fiber optics. But in the WAN, telephone lines, microwave links and satellite channels are used for the communication link. The fifth point is the ownership. The ownership, a LAN is typically owned by a single organization because of its limited geographic coverage. I already told that LAN is used in a campus within an organization like that. So, a LAN is typically owned by a single organization because of its limited geographic coverage. But WAN is usually formed by interconnecting multiple LANs of each which may belong to a different organization. Therefore, the administrative and maintenance complexities and cost for LAN are usually much lower than for the WAN. The next point is the communication cost. The overall communication cost of a LAN is usually much lower than a WAN because the LAN connection is within a limited geographic area only, but the WAN is a nationwide or the worldwide. So many reasons, there are main reasons for this lower error rates, simple routing algorithms and lower administrative and maintenance cost. So the cost to transmit data in LAN is negligible since the transmission medium is usually owned by the user organization. In a WAN, this cost may be very high because the transmission media used or leased lines, public communication system such as the telephone lines, microwave link and the satellite. So the communication cost is low in LAN compared to the WAN network. So the networks that share some of the characteristics of both LAN and WAN are called the MAN. The third network, I explained the two types of networks. The first one is the LAN, the second one is the WAN. The another type of LAN, the sharing of the two networks, LAN and WAN, or sometimes referred to as metropolitan area networks, that is MAN. The MAN usually covers, that means the metropolitan area network covers a wider geographic area up to about 500 kilometer in diameter than LANs and frequencies operate at speed very close to LAN speeds. So the third network is the metropolitan area networks, that is the combinations of the both and LAN and WAN. Next, the LAN technologies. So the LAN technologies, the first one, LAN technologies is this section presents a description of topologies, principles of operation and case studies of popular LANs. In this topic, the LAN technologies, we are going to see about the topologies, the principles of operation and the case studies. And the LAN topologies, two commonly used network topologies for constructing LAN are multi-access bus and ring. The two topologies used in the LAN topologies are bus and the ring. In a simple multi-access bus network, all the sites are directly connected to a single transmission medium that is called the bus. It spans the whole length of the network. The bus is passive and is shared by all the sites for any message transmission in the network. Each site is connected to the bus by a drop cable using a T connection or a tap. So broadcast communication is used for message transmission. In this bus network, message is transmitted from one side to another by placing it on a shared bus. An address designator is associated with the message. As the message travels on the bus, each side checks whether it is addressed to it, and addressee side pick up the message. So a variant of simple multi-access bus network topology is multi-access branching bus network topology. In such network, two or more simple multi-access bus networks are interconnected by using repeaters. Repeaters are hardware devices used to connect cable segments. They simply amplify and copy electric signals from one segment of a network to the next segment. So, simply we can say the LAN topologies are commonly, the LAN topologies has the two types of topologies. The first one is the bus and the second is the ring. In the bus topology, the communication medium that is called as the bus is directly connected to all the sites. An address designator is associated with the message. As the message travels on the bus, each site, that means each system check the address, whether it is suited for that site, it will get the data, pick up the data, that means the message. So repeaters are used in the bus topology. Repeaters are hardware devices used to connect cable segments. They simply amplify and copy electric signals from one segment of a network to the next segment. And then the second type of LAN topology is the ring topology, ring network topology. In a ring network topology, each site, you can see in this picture, these are all the site. This one is the one site, one monitor. This one is another node, like that. In a ring network, each site is connected to exactly two other sites. For example, this site is connected to this one and this one. So each site is connected to exactly two sites, so that a loop is formed in the ring network. You can see in this picture, this is like a loop. This one is connected to this network. This site is connected to this. This one is connected to this. So it is formed like a loop. A separate link is used to connect two sides. The links are interconnected by using the repeaters. Here, the links are this site is connected to a repeater. This one is connected to this repeater. Like that, all the sites are connected to the repeater. The links are interconnected by using repeaters. Data is transmitted in one direction around the ring by signaling between two sides. To send a message from one site to another, the source site writes the destination site address in the message header and passes it to the neighbor. Once again, I repeat this. To send a message by using this ring network, to send a message from one site to another, the source site writes the destination site address in the message header and passes it to the neighbor. A site that receives the message checks the message header to see if the message is addressed to it. If not, the site passes the message to its own neighbor. In this manner, the message circulates around the ring until some site removes it from the ring. In some ring networks, the destination site to which the message is addressed remove the message from the ring, while in others, it is removed from the other source site. The message always circulates from one complete cycle on the ring. Generally, in ring networks, one of the site acts as the monitor site to ensure the message does not circulate indefinitely. The monitor site also perform other jobs such as housekeeping functions, ring utilization, and handling and other conditions. In this example, this is the one site. This is the monitor site. The work of the monitor site is to perform jobs such as housekeeping functions, ring utilization, and handling other conditions. So here the message is traveled from this site to this one. Whether the address, check the message header address. If the address matches for this one, it will open the message and use it. Otherwise, it passes this message to the next node. Like that, the messages travels along this ring network. So this is the ring network in the LAN topologies. Thank you girls. I will explain the media access